So we are going to discuss here about the nullable types today. We are discussing here the three things. Number one, nullable types, which data are by default null or which data we need to make it null, nullable type. Okay, and one more thing is coalescing operator we use with the null values. So here first we will understand about the data, different type of data. So we will take here like one string type variable, the name is name, and after that we will put here empty string, we'll put here empty string, no error. Okay, and we are putting here string with some another name one, and here I am putting any name. So also we do not have any problem at all, and we do not have any error in this regard. And now I am putting another variable string name2. Here I am putting null. So here we are seeing in all the cases we do not have any error. In all the cases we do not have any error. This is not an error. This green line just showing you didn't use further this variable, so it is not an error. Okay, so we are not seeing any error in this regard. But if I am taking integer type data and I am taking here like integer variable var, and in this variable I am taking like value 10, you will not find any problem. Okay, I am taking a value minus 10 in same variable. If you are taking a value minus 10, no problem at all, you will not find any error in this regard. And if you are taking a value 0, like you are taking a value 0 to it, you will not find any problem at all. Okay, so in integer type variable you are taking 10, you are taking minus 10, you are taking 0, you will not have any error. Okay, whenever you write here int any other variable 4 and you put the value here null, you'll check here we will have an error here. So red line, it shows you it is an error, and you will see the error here, cannot convert null to int because it is a non-nullable value type. Okay, it is a non-nullable value type, but you will not have this kind of error in string. You will not have this kind of error in string. It means by default string is a nullable type. By default string is a nullable type in your IDE, in your C# compiler. It is by default nullable. But if you want to use integer and if you want to use like boolean, any variable, and you put the value here null, so again you will have the same type of error. It means the integer type and boolean type are non-nullable. Okay, these are already, string are already nullable. So that's why you are seeing error here, you are not seeing error here. Okay, to make the variable null, what we will do, if you want to let it accept the null value, you will put here question mark. After putting the question mark, you see it is becoming a nullable type. This integer type variable converted to nullable type, so it is now nullable. And the same for boolean, you need to take after the type name, you will take the question mark, so you will get the change to nullable type. Nullable type. It is introduced in C# 8.0. It is introduced to C# 8.0. 0. So after that 8.0 we have 9.0, and now current version of C# is 11.0. Okay, so 8.0 it was included with this feature. 8.0 came in 2019, so this feature is included in 2019. So now you can see we converted it, and this string is by default nullable. It is by default. By default means automatic. By default nullable type. Okay, so we understand the difference of this. Now I want to tell you one more thing. You can specify this in another way also. How? You can take like this. First is the keyword nullable. After that, data member of type integer. After that, the name of the variable, and then so you can use this syntax or you can use this syntax. The both syntax having the same work. Okay, so anyway, syntax 1 and syntax 2 both are same. It is a nullable type. It is syntax 1 and it is a syntax 2. So you can use any one. Don't be confused with this. Both having the same results, and the same way you can use for boolean as well. You can use for boolean as well. The nullable just put here bool, and here the variable name. So it is syntax 2 and it is syntax 1 for boolean. So it is your choice. You can use in any ways. Okay, but both are having the same results. It is one thing. Second, now we will discuss about the coalescing. So all of you understand the nullable types. Here we have string type data. String, I told you by default it is nullable type, and for very integer we are making nullable. Okay, for integer we are making nullable. For boolean we are making nullable. Here it is giving error because this variable we have already used, that's why. Okay, so you can take like this or you can take like this, and this is by default. So for string you will not have any problem to use null. Now we are going to discuss about the coalescing operator. What is coalescing? First is here is we have three different variables, name 1, name 1 and name 2. Okay, inside the name 2 we have value null, and we will take here like one more variable, name 3, and with inside the name 3 we will take another variable value. Okay, and then we will take one more variable, string type result. In this variable we want to put the value like initially we are taking this result variable empty. Okay, now I'm just writing simple source code. If name 1 like name 2 is not equal to null, if name 2 is not equal to null, we put the value name 2 to the result variable. Okay, and then we just write console.writeLine result. Okay, we should take here, otherwise you will not see the result. So you can see here, if name 2 is not equal to null, so what will happen, the value of name 2 will store to the result. Should we have any value here? No. Why? Because it is null. Okay, so that's why this condition is true and it is not come. Now if I am writing here 1, okay, now if we will execute, what is the value here? Now the value become Ahmad. Yeah, yes, because we provide the value of name 1, we provide the value of name 1 to the result if it is not equal to null. Now take the name. So name is what? Empty. So empty is printing here. Null is different from empty. Okay, so now
null is give to location but not to value.
So now here we don't want to do this work. For this process, to avoid this process, like I want to take here first name, and after that I will take one more code for name 1, then another code for name 2, then another code for name 3. Okay, so what will happen? For name I'll check null, then for name 1 I'll check null, then for name 2 I'll check null, and then for name 3 I'll check null. So I have written here the 4 if conditions. We know very well, if 1 is true, then it will not come to the second. Okay, so or you can apply here else if is your choice. Okay, okay, so whenever you will try to execute this program, you can see we put here the first is, it is empty but not null. Okay, second, it will check for the second one, means name 1. Okay, so whenever you execute this, it is empty but not null, so that's why the first condition is true and we find here empty. Okay, now if I am telling it is equal to null, so second value, first condition is false. Yeah, first condition is false, then the second was Ahmad. Now I am telling which one come, which one is, means this one we do not have any result, it is null, and we have the result from the third, yeah, fourth condition, this one is Aram. Okay, so now we can see here we don't want to write this much source code, we want to avoid this source code. So how can we do this? We will use coalescing operator. We use this coalescing operator with null. Okay, so how can we use this? We will not write this much source code, we just write it here where we need a value in result. Okay, so we'll take result, then from where we have value like name, then coalescing operator, this operator is called coalescing, then name 1, then name 2, then name 3, and we write just console dot write line result. It is better to put here so you see how much if conditions we have taken, yeah, and by using this we are not doing anything with this if conditions. We are not using the if condition, we are directly using the coalescing operator. This operator is called coalescing. Okay, to check the null values to the data members. Okay, now you see if we have null value, it will not assign the particular value. Okay, it will leave the particular, but here you see we have empty but not null. Okay, so it will assign the first value and we will see the output empty, the same. Yeah, we will see the empty output. Now if I change it to null, so it finds the null value at the first data member. Okay, if this value is null, it will directly giving the chance to the second, so second variable value will be assigned to the result, and you will see this from at the right hand side of the assignment operator, from left to right it will move. Only at the right hand side I am talking. Okay, so here the name is having a null value. If you assign here null value, you will see the second value will be coming as output. Okay, and if you have the third value, if you put here also null, if you put here null and third value is already you have given null, so the which value will come? The last one. It means whatever you are using with the if condition here, with the help of Coalescing operator, you don't need to write this much source code. You just directly use the Coalescing operator to assign the value other than null. If your system will find the value null, it will directly execute the next value to the variable. Okay, this is the benefit of this nullable type. So this is the full concept of the nullable type in C#.